Hi, everyone. First, I just want to say congratulations on making it through week one. Week one is a big one. You started noticing something that most people move through their life completely unaware of, your survival patterns. You began seeing that what you may have labeled as personality traits or character flaws are actually protective patterns. Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. These responses aren't random, right? They arise on the heels of something more vulnerable. Underneath the anger might have been powerlessness, which was my case. Underneath the drive might be anxiety. Underneath the shutdown may be grief or overwhelm. Underneath the people pleasing might be the fear of rejection. Okay, so last week you started recognizing the moment when those protective patterns activate. And when awareness begins to see them, something really important happens. The grip of those patterns starts to loosen, the threads start to loosen, right? Not because we force them to change, but because awareness interrupts the automatic loop. And when those protections soften, something else begins to appear, the vulnerable terrain underneath. This is where week two begins, okay? Returning to safety in the body. This week is about something incredibly important, okay? For many of us, the body has not always felt like a safe place to be. If emotions were overwhelming growing up, or your environment felt unpredictable, if vulnerability wasn't welcomed or supported, your system likely learned to move away from feeling, and the mind became the place that we lived. Thinking, analyzing, managing, fixing. Meanwhile, the body became the place where uncomfortable sensations lived. So many people unconsciously spend their lives avoiding their bodies. But here's the truth. Your body is not the enemy. It's the instrument through which life is experienced. And it's constantly communicating information to us through sensation, through emotion, through subtle signals. Your body is always telling you something about your experience, but most of us were never taught how to listen. So this week, we're doing something different. Instead of immediately trying to fix or escape discomfort, we're learning to build tolerance for feeling, not forcing, not overwhelming ourselves, but gently increasing our capacity to stay present with sensation, with emotion, with discomfort. Because here's something important to understand. Emotions and sensations are waves of energy. They rise, they move, and when allowed, they complete themselves. But when the system is afraid of them, protective patterns jump in to shut them down. Anger pushes sadness away, busyness outruns anxiety, shutdown numbs overwhelm. So this week, we're slowing down enough to feel the wave without abandoning ourselves. And as we do that, something remarkable begins to happen. Your nervous system starts to learn a new message. I can feel this and I'm still safe, right? And you learn to stay. So this week isn't about controlling your body. It's about changing your relationship to it. And instead of seeing sensations as something to escape, we begin to treat them as information. Okay, your body might say something here feels tight, something here feels heavy, something here feels activated. And rather than judging or fixing, we become curious. We listen, we learn the language of the body because the body often knows things before the mind does. Your body senses safety, it senses threat, it senses alignment. And the more we reconnect with it, the more we begin to trust it again. Okay, so throughout this week, you're going to begin practicing noticing sensations in the body, staying present with emotional waves, letting protective patterns soften without forcing them away, and building your nervous system's capacity to stay with experience. You're also going to begin to learn the difference between being overwhelmed by feeling and being present with feeling. They are very different experiences. And learning that difference is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Okay, and just a final thing. You guys, you do not have to do this perfectly. You are not trying to become someone who never feels uncomfortable. You're becoming someone who doesn't abandon themselves when discomfort arises, and that changes everything. Because when the body begins to feel safe again, your system no longer has to run life through survival patterns. And that's when something deeper begins to emerge, your authentic self. Okay, so this week we return to the body, we listen, we feel, and we build trust in the system that has been carrying you your entire life. Okay, so again, get started. Listen, watch the videos, listen to the song, listen to the meditation when you're not activated. Again, it's supposed to anchor in this into your body, into your system, and then do the journaling companion worksheet to help you integrate it throughout the week. This week we don't have a live session. We'll be meeting next week, but feel free to reply to this, the email that I'm sending out, and, I'll send out some more touch points likely. Okay. Good luck, you guys. Good job. I'm all proud of you. And again, just excited. Thanks.